Hi guys, Jus4SweetZ here. Today I'm going to show you a fun little video. It kind of goes along with our series of gifts in a jar, and I discovered this on, well, I saw something similar to it on a website, and then I just took my own take on it. We've been doing a lot of cookies in a jar and different things in a jar that we can give away for the holidays or just as a special gift. And so I wanted to show you how to dress up your mason jar and make it a little bit more unique and a little bit more fun and special. So I have some of my mason jars here, and these are the ones that don't have any writing on them. Now you can use the ones that have writing. These are plain as well. You can use, the ones that have writing on them and just glue around them. That gives them more character as well. So let's get started here. So I have this little basket of odds and ends. This is out of my room, and it's part of my crafting stuff. It's like old jewelry. You can see these little pieces that, like, things that get tangled that I'll never untangle. I don't want to throw them away because I can use these items for something. And I have a bunch of little, like, crafting things. I have more old jewelry, necklaces that have broken that I'm not going to repair. And so this is what we're going to actually use. And I'm going to pick out a piece, and we are going to use our E6000 to glue it onto our jar and make our jar extra special. Now, everybody has odds and ends in their house. It could be old keys, it could be it could be nuts and bolts. It doesn't matter. Whatever you have that's unique. It could be a coin, like an old coin, or wooden nickel, anything like that. If you don't have something, or you feel like there's nothing in your house that you could put on these jars to dress them up, you can go to your local thrift store, and you can buy little odds and ends there for pennies on the dollar. You could go to your craft store and go to the clearance section and see what they have on clearance. I don't know, the possibilities are endless. You can order online. A lot of times on eBay they have junk drawer lots, believe it or not. And people clean out their junk drawers and they sell them on eBay, and you can get some really cheap ones on there and just have fun, get a whole lot of little odds and ends items and do a bunch of jars. So there's ways to get this stuff. Unfortunately, I have tons of junk drawers, and I have tons of things that I can use, but that doesn't mean that I won't go and get some more. So let's get started. I'm going to pick out first what I want to put on this particular jar, and I think with this one I am going to use, I'm going to keep looking here for a second. I have a couple of these crosses that came off of a broken necklace, and I think I'm going to use those. So, all you're going to do, this is how easy it is. Tilt that jar on its side and let it balance. So wherever it's going to balance the best, then that's where you want to put, or glue on your item. Now I'm using E6000. With E6000, this takes at least 24 hours to dry. So you're going to have to check on it, make sure your little gadget is positioned on there and it's not sliding. If you're going to have to keep it on its side, so you can use that. Another route to go, which I am going to go to Home Depot today and check that out, is to use an epoxy. And so I'm going to go there and get an epoxy today and try and see if that, how that works out. Now with the E6000, after at least 48 hours of drying, not 24, but 48 hours of drying, then these jars can be washed with some warm water, and then you towel dry them or let them dry on the countertops. But do not put them through the dishwasher, because I don't think the E6000 would hold up very well through the dishwasher. Not to mention you're putting jewels and stuff on there, so you don't want to ruin them by doing that. So we're going to try the epoxy as well later on another video, but that's just a little lowdown on the E6000. Now after about 12 to 24 hours of drying, you can set the jar up on its side. It should be positioned well enough that it could dry that way. But if you do that while the E6000 is wet, then your charm's just going to slide up and down. So there's the basic rules of it. And here we go. We're going to get started. So I am using just an old cross from a piece of jewelry. And I actually have two of them, and I'll show you what I'm going to do with the second one. All right, so let's go on the back and put some of our glue here. Now you could also use a glue gun if you wanted to, and that'll dry right away. But again, I don't know how well that's going to hold up with the glass and everything when you start washing them. So, I mean, if you guys have any ideas, feel free to comment and leave me some feedback. I would love it, because this is a new little fun thing that I'm doing, and I learn every day as well as anybody else. So I went ahead and applied that glue all over. Now you don't want to do too much because it'll squeeze out everywhere. So we're going to lay it down, and we're just going to, you can't slide it around too much because then your glue goes everywhere. So we're just going to kind of position it on there where we want it, and we're going to let that little doodad dry on there. That's all you have to do. That's how easy it is. So now, again, this should be fine as long as it's not touched. And we're going to go ahead, and I kind of just prop it up against something just to prevent it from, rolling around too much. Make sure I have it where no one's going to touch it. So that's all you have to do to it. Now, that little guy's going to dry, and I'll do another video where I do a gift in a jar, and I'll use one of my jars so you can see. Now, we cannot forget the top of the jar. That is why we have two of these out. Now, you don't have to use two of the same thing. You can use a different item for the top and do what you want. But we are going to take the lid of our jar, and we are going to just take out the little center, and we're going to actually, now that is too big, and I didn't know that. So that's going to have to be just for our jar. So we're going to go through our little pile of stuff in here. You might need some wire cutters or something to help you with some of this stuff. Okay, I'm just going to use this because I don't necessarily have to use it for that jar. Now, this is an old locket from a necklace, and it's a broken necklace. And so I'm going to actually take my glue, and instead of putting it on the back of the item, I'm going to stick it dead in the center of the lid. And kind of, you know that this is a fairly big item, so just kind of mush it around there a little bit. Put a little bit of extra. Okay. Put your lid on. And then take that cool little jewel and stick it on top. Just like that. So then, what you have, when you put that lid on there, you can see, I can't put it up too much because it'll slide, but you can see that you have a nifty little, just like that. We can actually let it dry just like that. It doesn't even move. A nifty little topper for your jars. Make them really pretty and cute. I'll bring that close to you so you can see. Ooh, as I shake my camera. See how fun that is? And then that just dresses up your lid a little bit as well. Now, you don't have to do the one on the top, but we are trying to make these jars just a little bit more fun. Okay, so here is one that I did yesterday. And again, I'll get close for you. This is an I Love School. This is just from an old keychain that I had bought for a teacher, and we never gave to a teacher. And so I thought, ooh, I'll use that up and I'll put it on a jar. And this could be a gift for a teacher during the holidays, and it's unique, and teachers get so many of the same things, and this is fun for them. So, you can take this jar, you can fill it with pistachios, you can fill it with caramel corn, you can fill it with whatever you want to. You could take some some licorice, cut it in half, stick it in there, and dress up your jar. I'll just give you, I'm going to take these pistachios. These are my personal pistachios, but just as an idea, instead of giving the everyday jar, dress it up and give the teachers something fun and unique that they can show off to their other coworkers and friends, and put that on there. Now this would not be the topper I'm using for this jar, but you get the general idea because this one's drying. For this one, I have a key that has a heart in the center and a little diamond, and to me the key goes with a teacher and love and school. They're the key to our kids' success and their everyday, you know, mentors. So that's what I'm going to use. I have a little bit of meaning behind it. Obviously I'm not going to put pistachios in it because I will probably make some kind of a gift in a jar, whether it's hot cocoa or cider or something, an espresso or anything for a teacher. But there's the general idea of a gift in a jar, and this is done dressy style, fun, blingy, and unique. So get creative with these guys. Go out there and find some fun things to put on there. Try not to use like wooden items, you know, that are going to warp with water, or you know, you could use plastic. Can't use paper unless you Mod Podge it or decoupage it on there, which you could do that as well. So just have fun, get creative, do some fun things for the holidays, make the gifts come from the heart instead of from the store. And I hope you had fun with this, and I look forward to maybe people doing some video responses on these and let me see what kind of creativity you come up with. And just have a wonderful, wonderful time doing this. You can get your kids involved and have fun. So if you like this video, you like this idea, please hit the like button. That's important to me. And you can join me on my Facebook page and leave comments on there as well and correspond with me. And I hope you have a wonderful day. And until next time, God bless.